Why do real estate agents charge so much? In this episode, we'll explore real estate fees. Join me on this eye opening journey where I'll walk you through everything you need to know. It's all about full transparency, ensuring you feel informed and confident every step of the way. I'm Gina Fa, a real estate broker licensed in North and South Carolina with 2 decades of experience. Some believe that the real estate industry is not competitive or agents are overpaid due to a variety of reasons, including the visibility of commission cost without fully accounting for the cost of doing business, misconceptions about the time and work involved, and the perceived ease of the real estate transaction. Let's do a quick refresher on how agents are paid. In the North Carolinas, for over 20 years, listing agreements have clearly outlined the compensation agreed upon by the seller and the listing agent, including the portion that will be shared with the buyer's agent. Sellers acknowledge and agree to these terms. The agent then lists the co-broke fee in the MLS, which serves as a unilateral offer of compensation. This offer can vary and may even be zero. Buyers enter into a buyer agency agreement specifying the compensation they agree to pay their buyer's agent. If there's a discrepancy between what is offered as a co-broke fee and what the buyer agent has agreed, buyers can request additional compensation from the seller, pay the difference themselves, or choose not to make an offer. Ultimately, compensation for both the listing broker and buyer broker is distributed from the seller's proceeds and detailed in the closing disclosure when the seller's paying buyer broker fees. The new model will be implemented by August 17th and is subject to modification until final approval, expected around November. As you can see, this model is not as straightforward and will require a bit more upfront work before buyers view homes. The two biggest practice changes are: one, no offer of compensation will be listed in the MLS, and two, buyers must sign an agency agreement before touring homes, with exceptions of an open house or if the listing agent shows you as an unrepresented buyer. Sellers and listing agents can still compensate the buyer broker. However, the offer must be made outside of the MLS. If it's financially important, buyers may want their agents to confirm in writing that the seller is offering concessions or buyer agent compensation before viewing the home. Since at least 2005, the DOJ and FTC have examined competition within the real estate industry. Contrary to popular belief, consumers have many different choices when selecting a broker, including various commission models, agents' particular experience, and customer service approaches. The full service approach aims to provide a seamless and all-inclusive experience for clients. It handles various aspects of the complex and ever-changing real estate process, typically with no upfront cost and unlimited time spent during the contract period to obtain a successful close. The reduced service discounted fee model allows flexible offerings and prices. The flat fee approach lets consumers choose a set price per service. Non-traditional real estate brokerages face significant challenges in achieving success and profitability due to the consumer perception and trust issues, service quality concerns, low profit margins, regulatory hurdles, and resistance to change. Additionally, low-fee models often need to service many clients, which can lead to less personalized attention and support compared to traditional brokerages. These factors make it more difficult for non-traditional models to compete effectively with established traditional brokerages, even after the 2008 settlement with DOJ and the growth of the internet. Consider this: while there have always been certain different service model options nationwide, and you have always had the option to sell or buy your home on your own, state laws play a crucial role. Take North Carolina, for example. There is no limited brokerage license. Regardless of the compensation you pay an agent, they must adhere to the requirements of the North Carolina Real Estate Commission's rules and agency laws. So if you encounter a firm offering services below commission rules and agency law standards, it's a red flag. Be cautious, as it could lead to significant issues. Real estate commissions have never been set by law, are fully negotiable, and do not have a set price. Now, while we're on the subject of service models, I want to provide another example. Purplebricks originally opened its doors in the United Kingdom, operated in the U.S. from 2017 to 2019 in California, New York, Connecticut, Nevada, Arizona, Florida, and New Jersey. Initially, they offered a flat fee service charging $3,200, which later was increased to $3,600 and up to $8,950 in some zip codes. Backed by venture capital, Purplebricks invested millions of dollars in marketing to the public. However, they exited the U.S. market within 2 years due to several interconnected factors, primarily consumer reluctance to pay upfront fees and ineffective advertising strategies. These challenges made it difficult for Purplebricks to gain a significant foothold and compete effectively against established U.S. real estate practices and competitors. Purplebricks has a volatile history, from a peak valuation of $1.3 billion pounds to being sold for £1 in May of 2023. This example illustrates that in America, the majority of consumers prefer full service options when buying and selling homes and are genuinely hesitant to adopt models that require upfront payments or pay as you go fees. While some non traditional models are successful, most like traditional brokerages have to adjust their fees and adapt to market conditions. Zillow's iBuyer model, Opendoor, Redfin, and others have adjusted many times or shuttered their iBuyer models. In 2022, Opendoor paid $62 million with the FTC. Ultimately, the FTC found that the sellers ended up with thousands of dollars less when selling a home to Opendoor versus putting it on the open market. Redfin, another non-traditional model that has existed since 2004, is a publicly traded company, recently adjusted its business compensation model. According to Mike Del Preo, Redfin has incurred a net loss since at least 2018, and it doesn't appear that the business has ever been profitable. Rex is another example of a non-traditional company that launched in 2015, focusing on charging 2.5% listing fee and offering no compensation to the buyer agent. Rex was not a member of the MLS and relied on platforms like Zillow and Facebook to advertise their listings and had venture capital backing. However, the company closed its doors in May of 22. It's a common misconception that being a real estate agent is easy. However, the truth is many don't make it past their first year in the industry. As an industry, we do not do a good job of explaining or showing what we do or showing the ugly. We want our clients to feel like they have had a smooth, easy process and remove as much stress as possible since moving is one of the most stressful events in a person's life. Unfortunately, some media outlets have referred to real estate agents as a cartel. Yep, I am slightly offended, but it's because I believe they truly do not understand the industry. Here's the reality. While there are some bad apples, as in any profession, good real estate agents are more than just professionals. They're independent contractors running their own business and aiming to make a positive impact within their local community and for their clients. The Realtor Association consists of approximately 1.5 million small businesses that contribute to achieving the American dream of homeownership and business ownership. Agents typically work on a contingency basis, taking on all the financial risk. This means that they cover all business expenses and upfront costs, such as marketing expenses and professional photography, without any guarantee of compensation if the deal falls through. Additionally, real estate agents also face personal safety risk when meeting with strangers. Despite these uncertainties, dedicated agents persist because they genuinely care about their clients' needs and strive to deliver exceptional service every step of the way. Let's explore a buyer agent's role a bit more. If you remember from our history lesson, this role began to transform with the 2008 DOJ agreement and the rise of the internet and syndication sites. Prior to the internet, buyers had to visit agents to discover available homes. Fast forward to today, and buyers have platforms like Realtor.com, Zillow, Homes.com at their fingertips. These sites receive their information from agents who place their listings in the MLS, and then it's syndicated to them. Despite this shift, some buyers still undervalue agents, thinking their job is merely to find homes. In reality, an agent's role is to help you navigate the entire home buying process. This includes helping you narrow down your wants and needs, conducting research, negotiating contracts and inspections, repair requests, and much more. Ultimately, a buyer agent's main objectives are minimizing risk and minimizing financial loss. They are there to help you navigate the complex, unpredictable, and ever-changing real estate world. Finding a home and securing a contract is just the beginning. Many people mistakenly believe that commissions are pure profit and that agents receive a salary, but that's far from the truth. Real estate agents are self-employed, running their own business and bearing all the costs and risks themselves. As business owners, agents manage firm expenses, fixed and variable overhead, professional fees, self-employment tax, federal and state taxes, health insurance, all on a monthly basis. Unlike salaried employees, agents do not receive paid holidays, sick days, or overtime. This slide highlights a significant portion of my business expenses. These bills are due monthly and cannot wait for a successful closing to be paid. Since the 1940s, commission rates have hovered in the fives. Many believe real estate commissions have remained the same due to a lack of transparency, standard practice, market dynamics, and limited consumer experience. In reality, commissions vary with local market conditions and negotiations. These details are often not readily visible, creating the impression of static rates. As you see, the two graphs The one on the right with the smaller graph showing the green line is Charlotte Metro's average home price since 2004, showing an upward trend. The left graph shows Anywhere's average commission rates for 2007 to 2021, showing a downward trend in commissions. Economists and other researchers often have difficulty accurately tracking commission data, as listing agent fees are typically not recorded in the MLS or made public. And the listing broker and buyer broker's actual compensation received on closing disclosure is not updated in the MLS upon closing. The data on this graph on the left is even an educated guess and not factual. Anywhere averages all of its transaction sides in each given year, then doubles it to account for the approximate commission of the other side of the transaction. This was used as a proxy to estimate the total U.S. real estate commissions. In a buyer's market, sellers often offer additional incentives such as higher commissions or buyer concessions to attract buyers. On the other hand, in a seller's market, commissions or buyer concessions tend to be lower because homes sell faster. Improving transparency can help address these misconceptions, but the new rule may reduce transparency even further. When I read research on commission rates, I never see where they account for changes in business practice and actual real costs over the years. Additionally, while the internet was expected to lower business costs, it actually costs me more to do business today than it did in 2024 when the internet was still young. In my opinion, the 2008 DOJ ruling regarding syndication, which the DOJ thought would lower commissions, backfired a bit as they could not have anticipated what would come to be. For example, portals like Zillow, Realtor.com, which is not owned by NAR, Homes.com, and others have benefited from agents syndicating their listings and turning around to charge agents high monthly fees or high referral fees for leads. Zillow now charges a 40% referral fee in the Charlotte metro area. Relocation companies like Cartus often charge a 40% referral fee as well. Furthermore, first impressions matter. If the photos are horrible, a buyer will most likely pass on viewing your home. Sellers want the best marketing they can get. Today's agents must invest in professional photography, 3D virtual tours, advertising on multiple platforms, and so on, which drives up cost. Like the rest of America, inflation has also impacted agents, increasing both business and personal expenses. Now let's look at an example with Zillow taking a 40% referral fee from a buyer's agent. The buyer pays the seller $300,000 for the home. The buyer broker firm receives $6,000 in commission from the seller and pays Zillow the 40% referral fee of $2,400. The buyer broker firm now has $3,600, then retains 25% of it, which is $900 for firm expenses and agent management. The buyer agent receives the remainder from the buyer broker firm of $2,700 and then pays all business expenses, taxes, including self-employment tax, which not all business expenses are tax deductible. So then the buyer agent uses the remaining amount to cover personal expenses, living expenses such as mortgage, utilities, and health insurance. Agents can spend months or even years working with a customer or even a client before ever receiving compensation. In some cases, they may never be compensated if the client does not complete a successful transaction. As illustrated in my slide, being a real estate agent involves managing multiple roles and various responsibilities. Contrary to popular belief, the notion that agents will only spend a few hours with their clients is a misconception. The reality is much more complex. Predicting the time spent with each client is challenging due to the unpredictable nature of each transaction. In the world of real estate, no two transactions are alike, just as no two clients are identical. Each endeavor presents a unique set of challenges and opportunities, highlighting the dynamic and ever-evolving nature of the agent-client relationship. What does the future hold? While I do not have a crystal ball, I can envision two possible paths for the future. Status quo. Little has changed and sellers continue to offer compensation to the buyer's agent. This maintains industry's current structure and practices. Or we have an industry ripple effect. We may see significant changes that could lead to more lawsuits due to unrepresented buyers or increase in dual agency situations, similar to the seller subagency issues we saw in the 1980s. While it's currently not as common, some firms and agents operate similarly to attorneys with a retainer or marketing fee plus either commission price, or commission percentage, or hourly billing. As we move into this new era of uncertainty, charging a mix of retainer fees, hourly, and commission may become more common. Should predictions come true and half the agents leave the business, you will see more ripple effect as ancillary businesses struggle to survive or have to increase their service fees. You will see less competition and more unrepresented buyers. or dual agency, leading to listing agents to continue charging a higher fee due to managing both sides of the transaction and the associated risk of lawsuits. Due to the increased workload, the listing agents will need to hire more people, which will not reduce cost either. Overall, various market factors will continue to influence what real estate agents charge for their services. These factors include consumer preferences, supply and demand, cost of doing business, competition, market trends, regulations and compliance, economic conditions. All these elements, I believe, will lead to higher costs for buyers and sellers. So what exactly are you paying for when you hire an agent? It's not just their time, though that's certainly part of it. You're gaining access to their expertise, specialized knowledge, deep market insights, invaluable experience, and dedication to navigating you through the complexities of real estate, minimizing your risks and reducing your financial loss. This partnership is designed to serve your best interest. Agents are your trusted advisor, helping you through the intricate web of legalities, market trends, and negotiation strategies. Thanks for joining me on this journey behind the scenes of real estate. I hope you feel more informed and confident about buying and selling. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. There's so much more to uncover about the real estate world, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm Gina Fye, a licensed real estate broker in North and South Carolina. See you in the next video.